Hello, hello, Taurus, and welcome to your new moon zodiac reading. This reading will carry you from this new moon in February to the new moon in March. This is your spiritual messages from your spiritual team, angels and guides. These messages are to enlighten you on your path and to help you on your journey. So let's begin. Don't forget to check out the description. I have some new things in there. So, your angel and zodiac message. This is definitely a time of a Lunar New Year reset. I see emotional cycles closing and your heart power returning. Taurus, this message arrives right as this Lunar New Year opens. A new energetic chapter. And for you, this isn't about rushing forward. It's about finally stepping out of the emotional pattern you've been quietly carried for a long time. You're not entering a chaotic new beginning right now. You're entering the clean one, the one that you've desired. What I got through this message too is there's a song in my head, and I'm not quite too sure what the name of the song is as I listen to YouTube videos. But in the song, it speaks of when you're alone, you're not alone because that's the time you are with God. That's the most precious time, is in those silent moments. And that although you may be in a silent moment now, or you may be feeling alone, you're not alone. And that this time is precious right now because this is your true alignment. And when others come in, you're going to remember how precious this time was. And you will carry it forward now, this time. The moon message. End of the cup cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. This is the anchoring of your reading. I pulled a moon card here for you, and with your cards, what I'm getting is a cup cycle represents emotional investment, where your heart has lived, worried, hoped, waited on, or held. And with the full moon in Capricorn, it doesn't close things dramatically, it closes them practically. So that's the energy that's coming. So you're going to be asking yourself a lot, like, does this work in real life? And not does it feel familiar, or do I understand it emotionally? You're really going to be asking the questions of, like, is this actually going to work in my real life? Is this sustainable? You're going to be asking, like, have I already invested too much to leave? And you're going to be like, no, you're going to understand now if it is sustainable, if it is actually going to work for the highest good and your highest purpose. Taurus, you're being released from emotional attachment that has required effort without equal return. The closure may come as a clarity, acceptance, or simply losing the urge to keep trying. You're not losing something meaningful. You're losing something that required you to carry it alone and then was never meant for you to carry at all. With the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups at the beginning of the reading here with your tarot, it says that you still desire connection, but now your definition changes with this connection. You're moving away from emotional intensity and towards emotional peace. The Ten of Cups shows you that your heart knows what harmony feels like, and the Two of Cups says you're ready for that reciprocity. Not potential, not almost, not someday. The Lunar New Year resets your relationships patterns, and you no longer have to translate effort into love, because love just is. With the Queen of the Cups and the King of Cups, here in the bottom rows, this is the emotional maturity entering your life. For some Taurus placements, this can literally represent a balanced relationship entering. But more importantly, it represents you stabilizing emotionally. You stop reaching for older wounds instead of responding from present awareness. You understand your feelings without drowning in them now. And this is where your power is returning. With the 4 and 5 of Cups, in between the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups here, it explains that past cycle. You've been sitting in between this disappointment and detachment. Part of you grieving what didn't become what you hoped for, and a part of you emotionally withdrawing to protect yourself. The Lunar New Year closes emotional residue. You stop revisiting the same internal conversations. You don't need any further explanations. You need that forward movement now, and you know that because you're desiring this. The 8 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles tells me that movement begins, but it's not chaotic. This is a steady progress. Communication, improving opportunities, opening yourself, your heart, plans are forming. And the Page of Pentacles says you're starting to build something tangible. Routine, financial, stability, skills, grounded connections. And this is what fuels you, Taurus. This is what you know you've been desiring. This is so important. Your next chapter grows slowly, and that's why it's going to last. This is a steady, 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 steady reading for this Lunar New Year, how you're kicking off. It's wow, 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 wow. Your angel cards says peaceful resolution and look for a sign. The peaceful resolution confirms closure without conflict. Settles something naturally. Conversations may happen or they may not. But internally, you've done negotiating, and that has been the theme of this reading. They're asking you to look for signs, the repeated symbols, the unexpected messages, the sudden clarity, the timing lining up effortlessly. These are your confirmations from your guides, your angels, and your spiritual team. You won't have to convince yourself anymore. This Lunar New Year is not about becoming someone new, Taurus. It's about becoming available to what drains you. Sorry, unavailable. It's about becoming unavailable for what drains you because you have been available, and that is what is being let go. You're releasing that emotional labor because that's exactly what it was. You're welcoming now the emotional equality, the reciprocity. It feels good, and you know that you're building something steady, reliable, and towards exactly what you desired. I feel like in the last years or even last year, you finally been reaching those points. And you know that it's time to stop carrying that past. Your natural Taurus energy returns. Calm, grounded, creative, and secure. Your year doesn't begin with excitement. It begins with relief. And that's how you know it's real. What a beautiful, beautiful message that you had, Taurus. You're really stepping into it this year. Slow and steady. Yeah, you're winning this race. And you know it's not even a race because you're at your own pace, your own path, and you're ready to let go now of what drains you. And you understand that. No more chaos for Taurus. How beautiful. How beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me for your new moon zodiac reading, Taurus. Please check out some other readings that I have going on. I have angel messages, and I'm also having the series of the sensitive soul. It's a 10-part series. It's going to be released from February 18th to February 28th. It is a deep, meaningful reading For those that are carrying the residency of being a chosen one, being one of God's light pillars, earth angels, light healers, the ones that know. I mean, there's so many names they can go by, but the ones that understand the creative energy and flow. Lots of love.